Hey everyone, I'm back. My name's Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader. Okay, so before I get started today, I had one thing that I needed to do. So on my Instagram, I put out a message because I was trying to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, which was a really big deal for me to do. And I said that I would shout out whoever was my 100th subscriber. So I want to say a big, huge thank you to my friend Bobby. This is the first video that I've done since I did that on my Instagram quite a while ago. I've been gone doing a bunch of stuff for my wedding and getting married and craziness. Anyways, so thank you so much, Bobby. You are awesome. I'm so glad we're friends and can't wait to talk to you soon. Okay, so I'm gonna try something very different than what I've done on this channel before. I've gotten a lot of feedback from friends and other bookstagrammers and people who wanted to see video blogs on what I've been reading during the week. So I'm gonna try it. I don't think that I'm a very interesting person, so this is kind of weird for me to just like go throughout my day and tell you what I'm reading and tell you if I like it. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see. You guys tell me in the comments if you like it or if you don't, and I'll make changes. So first off, the first thing that I'm reading is You Had Me at Hola. And this book actually comes out today, and I definitely recommend it. I'm like halfway through it. I started it a day or so ago, and it's your typical rom-com, lovey book, but it's so cute because it's actually about two actors. So you really get two different love stories while you're reading it. You get their love story, and then you also get the characters that they're playing's love story. So it's really kind of fun. It is described as for fans of like Ugly Betty or Jane the Virgin, or telenovelas in general, because they are two actors that are starring in a brand new telenovela for a online streaming service that's similar to Netflix. I'm really enjoying it. It's sexy, it's funny, it's really cute. It has me giggling in places. It has me reminiscing on watching soap operas with my grandmothers. Both of them watched different ones, so I had a nice whole little smorgasbord of telenovelas and soap operas that I remember. And it's also bringing me way back to my Spanish classes in school, because we used to watch a lot of telenovelas or Spanish movies, and it just is reminding me of the fun times that I had with my friends in those classes and the movies that we used to watch and the crazy storylines and the fun acting. And so it's definitely bringing me back. So if you like any of those things, I definitely will recommend this. I'm hoping that I'm gonna finish it today. So yeah, so this book comes out today, August 4th. Definitely one that I recommend. Hopefully I'll finish it tonight and let you know what I thought about the ending. This next book that I'm reading, I am actually in a huge buddy read for this entire series. And this group of girls is amazing. It's a bunch of bookstagrammers that were put together because we wanted to read Crescent City from Sarah J. Maas. I've reviewed that one in the past, but they all came together. I had already read it, so I kind of just jumped into the chat and wanted to talk more about it. And then we had so much fun and we're Zoom calling and everything that we decided to read a whole nother series together. And now that we're coming to the end of this series, we decided we're gonna read another one together. So I'm really thankful for this group of people. Everybody is amazing and motivating and such great friends. So we're actually on Empire of Storms from Sarah J. Maas, which is book 5, book 5 of the Throne of Glass series. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really been super into it until this book. And I'm only 200 pages into this one so far, because we read it in 200-page increments. And that makes me sad, because I'm a really big Sarah J. Maas fan. But I feel like this series has been really long going for me. It's just felt way too drawn out. At least that's my opinion. And I haven't really felt so invested in the books until this one. And I still don't 100% feel super invested. I think the biggest issue that I have is that the multiple storylines, it follows multiple sets of people. That really throws me off. A lot of times I'm a main character follower. I like the books that follow the main character. You're in their head, even if it's in the third person, it doesn't jump around to a bunch of different people. And so that's been my struggle with this one. But I'm liking Empire of Storms so far. The first 5 books were rereads for me, or 4 books were rereads for me. And so this is finally one that I hadn't read yet. So it's been more fun to read it with a bunch of people and talk about it, see what's been going on. But I do want to finish it. That's the reason why I jumped in this buddy read, was because I had read the first 4 and then I stopped. And so now I want to finish up the whole rest of the series. So I will have hopefully the second 250 pages, because I think we bumped it up this week, done by Sunday. So that's Empire of Storms. All right, and I will be the first one to say that I'm a complete failure for my own buddy read. So today is August 4th, which means that Midnight Sun came out today. I don't have my copy yet because I actually ordered a signed one from Mysterious Galaxy Bookstore in San Diego, because I went to a convention and they had a ton of stuff there and they were so amazing and so nice. And so I kind of used them as my indie bookstore since we don't have any in my area. So I ordered a signed copy of Midnight Sun from them, and I'm waiting for it to come, and it hasn't come yet. So in anticipation of all of that, I set up a buddy read with a bunch of bookstagrammers for the month of July, and I was a little bit ambitious because I wanted to reread the entire Twilight series before Midnight Sun came out. But then I had a wedding. And I didn't realize that I wouldn't be reading for like 3 weeks of July. So I fell way behind. I reread Twilight in July, which was fine because Midnight Sun is a retelling of Twilight from Edward's perspective. But I really wanted to read the rest of them too. So I started New Moon, but this is my least favorite book in the series because I am nowhere near Team Jacob. Nowhere near it. So this book is a struggle, and I actually had to pause because I started reading it right before my wedding. I had to pause right before I got to these wonderful pages, which are like the worst pages in all of YA book history. And if you are Team Edward, you know exactly what I mean. Yeah, I need to finish these because really I'm supposed to read this one, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn, and Midnight Sun before my own chat, which we've had to extend multiple times because other people have also been busy. So I'm hoping to get through this one, hopefully this week, hopefully 2 of them this week. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm in the car, and this is my sister. She's driving. And today is August 5th, I think? Yeah, August 5th. And on our little driving excursions recently, we have been listening to His and Hers by Alice Feeney. And so far, my thoughts for His and Hers. I have ended every chapter either being like kind of confused or like
to the core.
Yeah, shook, like gasping. And I haven't called anything yet, personally. She has.
One thing so far.
She's called one thing, but it feels like when you're listening to it that things are kind of given away. And it feels obvious, but then every time a twist comes, we're like, oh my God, what just happened? So, I don't know. This one's interesting so far. We're only like 25% in.
Yeah,
I think.
Only a few chapters.
Yeah, only a few chapters in. And so we're going to turn it back on now and see how this continues. But I also wanted to say I just finished You Had Me at Ola. And it was so good. It was so good. And I already saw on Goodreads that she has another one planned. I don't know if it's going to be continued with the same characters or if it's going to be different people. But it was so cute. I ended up really, really liking it. I'll do a full review on it later. But it was a solid rom-com. I love Jasmine as a main character. So, yeah. Hey everyone. So today is Friday, August 7th. Yes. It's still quarantine in my head. I don't know what day of the week it is or like what the actual date is. So here is my update from the past couple days. So for Fun Size Book Club this month, which I host on Instagram on my Fun Size Reader page, we are reading He Started It by Samantha Downing. And I heard really, really great things about this book, which is one of the reasons why I picked it. And we split it in two. It's going to be read over the month of August for Fun Size Book Club. But I started it yesterday, thinking that it was going to take me a little while to get about halfway through it because that's the splitting point. No, I was done by last night with the first half. And now I have to wait until like Thursday of next week to be able to talk about just the first half and then start the second half. So I'm really regretting my choices because I just want to know what happens. This book reads that quickly. Like it's just, you just keep going. And I feel like it's the kind of thriller that's thrilling all the way throughout. Like you're not waiting, setting up the story, waiting for thrilling things to happen. So I'm going to be anxiously waiting to keep reading this one. I'll keep you updated. I also started, Penguin Teen is hosting an Ember in the Ashes reread for all three of the first books in the series. So in preparation for the final book being released in December. So I read An Ember in the Ashes earlier this year, and I really, really liked it. I didn't know what took me so long to read it. I do have a review posted for it if you're interested in that one. But August, they are hosting the read of the second book. So I actually started this one last night and have to read about 111 pages for this week's schedule. So gonna be catching up on that one today. Hopefully I can finish to page 111 because that's, I think, where the last chapter stops. And then I still haven't kept going with Empire of Storms. This one takes me a long time to like bring myself to read. For some reason, I don't read it very quickly. And so I always push it off, and then I end up being super delayed and not able to participate in our buddy chat because I hadn't finished it. So I'm hoping to at least make a large dent in the 250 pages that we have to read for this week today, so that I'm not trying to read it all on Sunday morning before the chat. So there's that one. But I kind of feel like August so far is just a series of a bunch of books that I'm buddy reading or that I'm reading in small increments, and I'm not finishing anything, which really bugs me. I don't like feeling like that. So hopefully I can just power through and finish some books early because I have a lot that I'm trying to read this month. I have a lot of Penguin Teen arcs that are coming up at the end of August. So I'm going to try to get those started and done because those are not buddy reads. And then I have quite a few from publishers that I have been sent that I want to get to. So August is going to be pretty busy, pretty busy. But thank you so much for tuning in this week. I will see you guys next week. And if you want to chat, you can follow me on Instagram at The Fun Size Reader, on Facebook at The Fun Size Reader, and on Twitter at Fun Size Reader. See you next week.